Time for a homemade preserve that is not only incredibly delicious, it's simple to make, it's very versatile, and on top of everything else, it makes a fantastic gift. So let's get started on our tomato chili jam on the One Pot Chef. In a large saucepan over a medium heat, I've got a little bit of olive oil and I'm adding in 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic and about a tablespoon of freshly grated ginger. And we'll just cook that stirring for about a minute or until the ginger and the garlic become fragrant. Next I'm adding in some tomato. I've got 800 grams of fresh, plump, juicy tomatoes which I've just diced up. I'm also adding in 2/3 of a cup of sweet chili sauce. Now I'm making a mild tomato and chili jam today. If however you want to make something with a little bit more kick to it, you could also add in a fresh chili at this point. Just make sure it's nicely diced up nice and finely. Add in 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now make sure you firmly pack that sugar into the measuring cup so you get the right amount. And I'm also adding in the juice of 2 limes. Now make sure you're using fresh limes, not the bottled stuff. Give this a good stir, season with a little salt and pepper, and allow this to come to the boil. Once the mixture is boiling, reduce the temperature and allow the mixture to simmer gently for about half an hour or until the mixture has thickened up. Half an hour later and you can see our mixture has thickened up slightly and it's reduced down a fair bit too. Now, this is very, very hot because this has obviously got superheated sugar in it, so you need to be very careful with handling this. Try not to splash it or get it onto your skin because it will burn you pretty badly. So we take it off the heat, and while it's still hot, we're going to carefully transfer it into a sterilized jar, and then we will be ready to store it or to eat it. And here we have our completed tomato chili jam. It smells absolutely out of this world. I can't wait to try it. However, we've got a couple of decisions to make here. First of all, if you're planning to eat this immediately, you can seal this up in the sterilised jar, pop it into the fridge, and it will keep for about a month. However, if you're looking to keep it long term, you can keep it sealed in the sterilised jar in the cupboard, unopened, for about 3 months. Once you open it, you can pop it into the fridge for up to a month. Okay, my jam is still quite hot, so I've put a little portion aside to allow it to cool. So I'm just going to have this tiny little taste. Oh, wow. Explosion of flavour. Okay, it's got a slight sweetness to it. It's very tangy. You can definitely taste the lime, the chili, and the tomato in that. Oh, it coats the roof of your mouth. It is so yummy. This is fantastic just by itself, but obviously you're going to have it with other things. I like this with cheese and crackers. It's really yummy with that. You can use it as a condiment on sandwiches. You can serve it with cold meat or hot meat. You can use it as a marinade or a baste when barbecuing. There are literally so many options for this to use. It is so, so versatile. And seriously, I'm doing everything I can not to drink this right now because it is so yummy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. To sterilise jars for jam and preserve making, is 2 options available to you that are relatively simple. The first one is the quick way, and that is if you've got a dishwasher, simply put your jars and lids in the top rack of the dishwasher and run it on the hottest cycle and allow the jars to air dry. Don't touch the inside of the jar, otherwise they won't be sterile anymore. The second option is to wash the jars and the lids in hot soapy water and thoroughly rinse them, then simply place them into the rack of an oven for about 10 to 15 minutes on a very low temperature, 100 degrees Celsius, about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, or until they're dry.